started. Okay. So I'm seeing names on here and I'm familiar with all of these names. So what I want to do to make this the most to make this the most valuable for you guys is to make sure that I'm covering the content that helps you. So this morning is a new promoter Zoom. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Blair Critch. I'm one of the 200K leaders that's part of this team and here to help you today with a new promoter Zoom, but I'm not sure if we have any new promoters on here. So if you are a new promoter, can you unmute yourself and say hi to me and tell me your name and how long you've been in the business? A new promoter would be somebody who's in their first 30 days of business. Laura, is that you? Because I don't think I've ever met you before. You're so adorable. I've never seen you before, I don't think. There's a couple of names on here I don't recognize, to be honest. Okay, Laura is new. Awesome. Laura, can you unmute yourself and tell me how long you've been in the business? Do you know how? That's okay. She kind of looks like Maria Diller, doesn't she, guys?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, totally. Thank you. Hi, Laura.
Literally yesterday. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're on. Okay, perfect. You're going to love this. It's going to be awesome for you. Great. What made you decide to jump into the business?
Well, I have a lot of anxiety just in general, and my friend recommended this to me just to kind of see if it helped me kind of even that out, and it has. So
Yay.
I wanted to see what I can do to help other people.
Yeah. So Laura, this is really cool that you shared that because I think the number one thing with this business, and I'm going to do a new promoter training, like a legit one, but I think it's really important to hear this, which is, the story is what really will drive your business, right? So you're going to have more stories as you share with more people, and you'll be able to share all the different things that Thrive has done for so many people you love and care about. But for me, that's what finally pushed me to join this business, because when I got started on the product, my husband is a recovering addict, and he was like, oh my gosh, I feel so good on this product. We have to share this with people. I haven't felt this good in years. And at the time, I was feeling very anxious and was literally about to go to a doctor and get something because I'd never felt those feelings before. And it kind of just like it was in a weird place, and I'm a super happy person, so it felt very strange for me to feel that way. Yeah. And literally within 3 days of being on the product, I was back to my old self, like pre-kid self. And I was like, I'm going to tell every single mom I know that's on, like, we call them happy pills here in South Florida. I was like, I'm going to tell all my friends that are on happy pills that were trying to get me to get on them. Like, this is a natural way that you could truly take care of yourself from the inside out and never have to be dependent on a drug. So I love that you said that, because that was my mission in the very beginning. And I don't often share that with people because it's so personal, right? But one-on-one, I do share that with people. And it was a conversation that I probably had with the first 30 women that I reached out to and was like, listen, I know that you're on XYZ, but I think that you could get on this product and feel amazing and maybe eventually get off that, because long term, it's not good for your body. We all know that. So love that you shared that, Laura. Thank you for being honest. That's awesome. All right, Melissa is 7 days in. 40 days thriving under Amber. That's awesome. All right, good. So guys, I'm so excited to have you on here. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about my story because I think it's important, and then we're going to get right into the training. My name is Blair Critch. I am a 200K leader, which means nothing to you if you're brand new, but basically all that means is that I'm at the top of the compensation plan. I've hit Millionaire Award with Lavelle within my first 3 years in business. That means that within the first 3 years in business, I earned over $1 million in commissions, not sales, in commissions. Okay. And I'm sharing that because I used to be a kindergarten teacher. Like, I never made more than $29,000 in 1 year. So for somebody like me to be able to earn $1 million in the bank in 3 years seems like something impossible. Like, if you had told me this when I was 21, starting off as a teacher, I would have never believed you. So I grew up in the kind of home where, like, you went to college, you needed to know what you wanted to be before you went to college, then you would graduate, then you would go and be that. Maybe you take some night classes to get your master's or doctorate so that you could make more money. So you could retire in 40 years, and that was it, right? Like, that was how my parents trained me. That's how they trained my brother. And so being an entrepreneur wasn't really ever on my radar. But after 5 months of my friend Elise sharing this product with me and me saying no, 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 because I didn't think there was any way that a vitamin supplement could help me with my neck discomfort, with my headaches that I was having weekly, with the weight that I needed to lose, with the irritability that I had, with not sleeping great at night, all those different things. I didn't think that a vitamin supplement could really help me with that. And so when I finally did say yes to Elise, here's the reason why. It was actually in July, so I'm about to hit 5 years next month. It was in July of 2014. I saw her on stage at Le-Vel's very first annual conference. I saw her on stage with so many different people, different sizes, different ethnicities, different ages. Like one guy had tattoos from his neck to his ankle. If any of you guys know Elise, she's like this super skinny, almost 6 feet tall, gorgeous blonde. Then there was another lady who was probably in her 60s. Like it was just so diverse that I thought, well, if they can be on stage and they're at the top of the compensation plan, I can do it too. Like I don't have to be perfect, like, because what was going on in my mind, which might be happening for some of you guys, is I'm not the epitome of health and wellness. Like I don't eat perfect. I don't exercise every single day. I'm not a size 0. Like how am I going to sell this product, right? But when I saw the diversity on that stage that day, I knew this was something I could do. And when I called her up and decided to get on the product, within the first 3 days, I felt the difference. First thing I noticed was the simplicity of the 3 steps. So don't take that for granted when you're sharing. It is so important that you share that, because I had tried millions of other programs to support friends and family, and I never got through the first week because it was so complicated, or you had to eat different things or take so many things. I also wasn't a great pill taker. So the fact that all 3 steps are so easy and that literally the capsule is so easy to take was huge for me. And then what I started noticing is I was sleeping better. I had all day sustainable energy. I didn't need coffee anymore. My mood got better. I felt like I was alive again. All the cobwebs had gone away from my head. And that's when I knew something was changing. But by Saturday, my husband could tell the difference. And that's when he looked at me and said, I want to try this. Give it to me. So he actually started on the women's right away because we ordered the men's. My best friend could tell the difference in me. She wanted to order. So I had 2 people ordering within that first week because they could tell the difference in me and I wasn't afraid to talk about it, right? They could have seen the difference in me, but if I didn't tell them what I was doing, it wouldn't have mattered, right? So I had those 2 people who ordered me. I knew I was going to get my product for free the following month. But when Ryan, my husband, and my best friend, Allison, were feeling the results on the product, that's when we decided that we had to do this as a business. So I'm excited to share with you guys about what you can do with this business, because this wasn't something that originally in my life I would have ever thought I'd be part of. But very quickly, within the first 2 weeks of earning the first 2 bonuses, I realized that not only could this product help people, but this business opportunity could help people. How many people do you have in your life right now that to have their car paid for every single month would completely change their financial situation? How many people in your life right now don't get to go on yearly family vacations, or don't get to go on any girls' trips because they can't afford it? How many people do you know right now who an extra $1,100 in cash in their bank account within the next 2 weeks would be life-changing? Well, that was me at the time. I was actually, one of the things I didn't mention to you guys was I was actually selling jewelry at the time, Stella and Dot, if any of you guys have ever heard of it before. I've been with them for 4.5 years. I'd kind of fallen into that business and was doing 12 to 15 trunk shows a month. And I was making about $98,000 a year, which I already thought was unbelievable for this kindergarten teacher who left kindergarten, left being a teacher to do this. But what was happening was I was exhausted from it and I couldn't seem to get past that amount. And when I jumped in with Le-Vel, I had to quit that completely. And we were moving into a brand new house that we had literally put down every last penny on, because we had filed bankruptcy years before and we had finally rebuilt ourselves. It was time to buy a house for our family. And we put down every last dime that we had saved for that 5 years. Okay. So I didn't have $1 to my name. I used a credit card to order my 400 pack. And I was determined to earn the first bonuses, VIP 800, VIP 1600, because I wanted that $1,100 cash to pay for getting my house painted, because my husband and I can't do anything handy ourselves. I wanted to get the inside of my house painted and pay for my kids' school supplies, because I started the first week of August. Those were my 2 goals with that $1,100. How many people do you know could use $1,100 to pay for groceries, to pay for a summer vacation, to pay for back to school supplies, to pay for sneakers for their kids? Or maybe they just want to be able to afford throw pillows. Like that was one of the goals that I've had a lot of people say. It's like, I want to be able to buy things for my house without my spouse making a comment about it, because He doesn't think we should spend our money on that, right? So it's really important that you realize that this is a product that can change people's lives, but this is a business opportunity that can change people's lives as well. And don't be shy about sharing that. Okay, because a lot of people don't even know that this is a possibility. Like, I'd never heard of direct sales network marketing growing up. I never even knew that was an option for me to be able to be home more with my kids, be able to earn an amazing income. So don't be shy. So I want to start off with talking about those bonuses because it's so important, right? So in your very first 2 weeks as a new promoter, so like Laura, for example, she's 1 day in. So she has 13 more days because you have 14 days from the day you click to become a promoter. During those first 2 weeks, you have the opportunity to earn VIP 800, VIP 1600. VIP 800 basically means that you're bringing in 2 auto ship customers and 2 promoters who purchase upgrade packages, and total sales have to be $800. Okay, once you do that, you earn a $400 cash bonus plus $100 in free products plus 100 to 160 in cash commissions based on what you sell. Okay, so that's why we say you could earn up to $660 off of $800 in sales, which is pretty awesome, right? Now, today's Saturday. If you did that before tomorrow at midnight, Sunday at midnight, you would actually get paid on Tuesday. That means that $400 cash bonus plus your 100 to 116 cash commissions would show up on Tuesday and be direct deposited into your bank account by Thursday. Pretty awesome, right? Because our financial week closes down every single week at Sunday at midnight. Okay. So what does that look like for the 2 auto ship customers and 2 promoter upgrades? So 2 auto ship customers can be anything. They just have to make sure they put it on auto ship. And remember, when they're on auto ship, they get the great pricing. If anybody clicks to not be on auto ship, their pricing goes up by 25%. So you always want to make sure your customers are on auto ship. They're in complete control of it. They can manage their auto ship. They can go in and hit pause or delete at any moment up to a day before it goes out. So I always tell my newest customers, hey, you're set for next month on the 5th. Why don't you go ahead and write in your calendar right now on July 3rd. You're going to double check how much you have and see if you need to change it or alter it. Okay, so be in control. You know, that way they feel like they're not getting all this product coming every single month without knowing. All right. So you're going to get those 2 customers. So when you're thinking about customers, this should be easy because think about all the things that the Thrive experience is helping you with. Now, I also want you to go to facebook.com/Lavelle Brands. Have you hit like to our Facebook fan page yet? If you haven't, do it. And I want you to read at least 5 stories today. 5 different stories, or watch some of the videos. If you're on the Facebook fan page on the left-hand side, you can see a button that says videos. Feel free to watch Thrive experiences. Some people connect more visually than they do reading a story. So whichever one's better for you, do it. But I want you to read or watch at least 5 stories today. Why? Because it's going to build you up with so much confidence about what this product can do for others. But here's another really great tool. Whoever brought you into this business. Right? Because they're here to be there for you. So as you start to share with people and they have questions or they want to know more, you put them on a 3-way message. It can be a text message, it can be a Facebook Messenger, or it can even be a phone call. And you simply say to them, hey, listen, that was such a great question you asked me today. I added my friend Kelly to this message because she's been thriving for 4 years now. And I know she has a wealth of knowledge and her story's awesome. Kelly, will you share your story with my friend Melissa and then answer her questions? Okay, it's very natural. It's super normal. You're just giving them validation, getting them the answers, even if you know the answer, because some of you are rock stars at health and nutrition already. Some of you might have medical backgrounds or you're just like extremely smart, right? But you don't need to be Mrs. Molecule or Mr. Molecule. Instead, you want to bring in that person. I've been in this business for almost 5 years now. I know probably every little detail that you could know about this product from listening to calls over the years with our co-CEO and co-founders. But what I do is when somebody asks me a question, that is my moment for it not to be awkward for me to add somebody else on, right? So then I'll say, hey, Melissa, I added my friend Elisa on. She's been on the product longer than me. I know she can answer that question for you. I know the answer, but guess what? It's easier now. She has validation, but also I'm teaching her in case she ever becomes a promoter how to do that, right? And I'm also showing her that you don't have to know everything to join this business. That makes it more duplicatable because that was what intimidated me for 5 months was the fact that I was like, I don't know anything about vitamin supplements and I don't know how I would talk about this to people, right? So that same thing with potential promoters, okay? Do the exact same thing. Who are two people who it would be so much fun to run in this business with? Who are two people that you could think of right now that when they love something, they post it on social media? Who do you know that lets everybody know when there's a great sale in your community? Who do you know that's on the PTA or is involved in the community that could really get this out there, right? Who do you know that just would love to go on vacation with you this fall to Jamaica? Right? Or have their car paid for, or just be really fun to be in business with. So, but also think business minded. Okay. Don't just think about your friend who's really struggling financially right now, who you think it would be great for. Also think about that friend of yours that maybe is a doctor, but would love to get her car paid for every single month by simply sharing this. Okay. So you're going for 2 auto ship customers, 2 promoters who purchase upgrade packages, total sales are $800, and boom, you've just earned the first bonus. Now, basically, you're going to copy and repeat that same system to hit VIP 1600. So you're going to grab another 2 auto ship customers, another 2 promoters who purchase upgrade packages, and then total sales are $800, and you've earned another $400 cash bonus, another $100 in free product credit, and another 100 to 116 cash commissions based on what you sold, all within the first 2 weeks of business. But here's what I want you to realize. Let's say you hit VIP 800 by tomorrow night at midnight. You have 2 new customers, 2 new promoters. If you helped both those customers when their product came in to fall in love with their product, help them get started the right way, and they shared it with 2 people, you now have 6 customers. Because you want to help every single one of your customers to thrive for free by them referring to, right? And out of those 6, I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 or maybe even all 6 will want to join you in the business when they hear it's a free business opportunity. When they realize all they have to do is click the button to change to promoter and they could earn over $1,100 in bonuses in their first 2 weeks. Right? So it's really an amazing way to duplicate your business. Now, what about those 2 new promoters that you brought on during VIP 800? Well, you're going to help both of them to go copy and repeat exactly what you did and hit VIP 800, VIP 1600. And as you help others on your team, your volume starts to grow. And if you get to 4,000 in your first 30 days of overall volume, so it can be your customers, it can be your promoters, what they bring in, it could even be your orders. Once you get to $4,000 in the first 30 days, you can hit the next bonus, which is an iPad mini bonus. So the reason they call it the iPad mini bonus, it's actually $399 cash. But the reason we call it the iPad mini bonus is because this is a cloud-based business opportunity. So you can work it anywhere you go. So you need to have something that you can work on. So if you don't already own a laptop, or you don't, hold on, I'm going to mute this out. Somebody's off mute. If you don't already own a laptop, or you don't have a smartphone, or you don't have an iPad, use that $399 to buy an iPad mini so that you could take your business with you everywhere you go. If you already have one, awesome. Use the $399 for whatever you want to use it for, right? And I also want you to think about this. What other business can you pay yourself back with so fast? Right? Because you are literally, maybe you bought a 400 pack because you wanted to make sure you had promo codes. And if you haven't done that yet, I highly suggest it. If you order a 400 pack in your first couple weeks in business, you're going to get 10% off promo code. Is that right, guys? 10? Yeah, 10% off promo codes and 10 free shipping promo codes that you can transfer to any customer or promoter on your team. And if you do the 800 pack, you get 20 and 20 of those, okay? So I have never seen any other business where you can spend $400 and literally get that paid that back immediately. Like if you join today and you order a 400 pack and you hit VIP 800 by tomorrow night at midnight, you're getting paid on Tuesday. You're not in the red at all. So it's pretty amazing. That's exactly what I did in this business. I ordered as a customer, then Ryan ordered as a customer. We had already spent, we both bought a 190 pack. So we were, about $400 in already. I clicked the promoter button. I hit VIP 800, and then I used that cash bonus to order a 400 pack because I wanted extra product. We didn't have promo codes back then. I feel like I'm 90 years old talking about the good old days, but we didn't have that back then. And I ordered the 400 pack because I knew I wanted extra product because there were going to be some people that were super skeptical that I was going to have to give a sample to, right? But I didn't give everybody samples, okay? So we've talked about VIP 800. We've talked about VIP 1600. We've talked about iPad mini bonus. And I will stay on. I'm going to try to close this out at 9. But for anybody who has questions, I'll stop at 9 and answer any questions for new promoters that you have, okay? Or current promoters about new promoters, okay? Any other subject, let's wait and we can talk about it at a different time, okay? So here's the best way that you can get started in the tools that you have with our business. First, it's your story. Okay. So if you don't feel confident in your story yet, write it out and send it to the person that you started this business with and let us help you with your story. But you all know your story. Like, what attracted you to the product? What did you feel like before you got started? What did you feel like once you got started on the product? What made you so excited about sharing this with others? Okay. And your story is the most important one. So when you're reaching out, share that. As you're starting to post on social media, you don't have to say, check out the Thrive Experience, or I started on the Thrive Experience. You can say something like, wow, I didn't realize that by just adding a simple system to my routine, or adding a simple vitamin supplement system to my routine, I went from crabby mommy to happy mommy. You could do a post that says, I haven't run a mile in years. I just ran a mile this morning. You've got to hear what I'm doing. Okay, things like that. Like, make curiosity posts, because then people are going to wonder what's going on. I remember the first 2 weeks that I was in business, I wasn't allowed to post on social media about what I was doing because I was leaving Stella & Dot and transitioning into this. And I posted things like, I need some healthy recipes because I'm not craving sugar and carbs anymore, and I need to know what to make for my family. And you should have seen how many people were asking me how I got off sugar and carbs. I think another post I did was, wow, just by taking a vitamin supplement, crabby mommy's gone bye-bye. And then another day I was like, I don't even want my cup of coffee anymore. Who knew vitamins could make me get off coffee? Like, they were just simple things, right? Or 4 days in a row of exercise, all because I started putting vitamin supplements into my body. Like, people had so many questions. So that's a great way too. And you're just taking snippets of your story, right? It's all about your story. Another really great way for you to get information to people is our customer groups. So ask your leader who joined you. We have a couple different customer groups. So that's why I'm saying ask your leader which one you're a part of. Make sure they've added you into it. It is basically a Facebook group where people can come and they can watch like a fly on the wall. There's stories in there every single day. There's information about the Thrive Experience in there. There's random contests in there. It's a fun way for them to get more information, but don't use that as a crutch. Right now, what you want to do is make a list, and this might be uncomfortable for some of you, but I want you to make a list of 99 people. 99. Okay. And when I first started, I actually cut them into 3 different groups. I took a piece of paper and I drew 2 lines. So I had 3 columns. And I basically said, okay, who's my get out of jail list? If I went to jail tonight, who would I call? Seriously, think about it. And for me, it was 6 names. There's no Consumer Reports people on there that are going to ask me 150 questions, because if I went to jail, I do not want them to ask me 150 questions, right? It wasn't my parents, because my parents ask a ton of questions. It was just people who I knew would bail me out. Like, they'd be there for me. Okay, there were 6 people on that list. I'm going to tell you what I did with those 6. Second list was anybody who I thought this product could help. And that's why I want you to go read at least 5 stories today, or watch 5 stories today, because that's what I did. I scrolled through the Facebook fan page and I thought, firefighter, I know 6 firefighters, wrote it on the list. It was a crabby teacher who was exhausted and now feels amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm going to write all my teacher friends down, right? So it just jogged my memory. Then the third column was anybody who I thought this would be amazing business opportunity for. Because maybe, I kind of gave you guys some hints on those earlier. Same kind of thing, like who would share this with tons of people if they loved it? Who is really great and out there on social media? Who's really into the community? Who's really into networking people? Who's the person that always organizes girls' night? Okay, that was me, still is me. But like, that's the kind of person you want, because they'll tell everybody about it, right? Who do you know that maybe owns a spa, that maybe owns, that works at a chiropractic office, that loves health and wellness, whatever. All those people, write them down. And then what I did was I went first to that get out of jail list. I went to those 6 people and I said, listen, I kept it so simple, guys. It was, hey, I need you to call me today. This might sound crazy, but I have something I absolutely have to share with you. Give me a call back. So when they called me, I just said, listen, I've been on this product now for a week. Here's what it's been doing for me. Here's why I thought of you. I need your support. I'm going to put my name by this product, and I want you to get on it for 30 days. That's all I'm asking you to do, and see what it can do for you so I can share your story with other people. Can I count on you? Okay. So like 2 of my friends right away, yes, I'll order. They did it. The other 4 had tons of questions. Okay, good for them, because I didn't really have any questions when I put a vitamin into my system. I was like, sure, I'll try. So I put those 4 people on individual 3-way messages with my leader. So I just said, hey, Elise, this is my friend Melissa. She's super interested, but she had a bunch of questions that I couldn't answer. Can you tell her your story, why you love the product, and answer all of her questions? Okay, so within about 4 days, those other 4 people all ordered with me. So that was how I hit VIP 800, was those first 6 people, right? But I didn't stop while I was talking to them. I started on the list of potential customers and potential promoters. And here's the thing. We do always lead with the product in this company. We start with the stories. We start with why this product's so amazing. But when you're in VIP, you've got to lead with the business too. Who do you want to join you in this business in the very beginning? So for me, that was Beth Graves. We've been friends for a long time. I knew I always wanted to work with her, but didn't work in the jewelry business. She didn't like it. So I reached out to her right away and I said, listen, I think I found something where we can make a lot of money together and truly help people feel better. Like, let's talk. So we got on the phone. She had a bunch of questions. We got on a 3-way call with Elise. Then she had more questions. So we got her on a 3-way call with somebody else so she could keep hearing more stories so she was ready to jump in, right? So start going through that list. You want to have 99 names on those 3 total from those 3 columns, okay? So today, homework, 5 stories you're going to read or watch, 99 names on your list, and put them into those 3 different groups. Who's the get out of jail? There shouldn't be more than 10 people on a get out of jail list, okay? Be honest. There wouldn't be more than 10 people that you'd call if you went to jail. Like, you wouldn't want the whole town to know about it. The second one is who are the potential customers and the potential promoters, okay? And then you want to start sharing the Facebook fan page with them. You want to make sure they're looking at some of the stories. If you've never heard our 24-hour recorded CEO call, you guys, it is so awesome. Can somebody type it up in the chat? And also, for those of you that are new, down at the bottom, there's like this little bubble like you would see on a Sunday Comics. That's our chat feature on here, and you can read what other people are writing. But if somebody could put in the phone number for the 24-hour CEO recorded call, it's usually about 7 or 8 minutes. Paul Grabett, our co-CEO and co-founder, always puts it up about once a month or every other month. Here's the best trick I can tell you guys. Listen to that every single day for 30 days straight. And those of you that are on here that are not new promoters and you've never done that, commit to doing that today. 30 days straight, every single day. What I would do, I did not feel like I understood the lingo. I'd never talked about vitamin supplements before. So what I did the very first month that I was in business is I would drop my kids off at school and listen to it on my drive home, because it used to only be 6 minutes long. That was exactly how long it takes me to get home. I listened to it every single day. So guess what? After about 7 or 8 days, I started to sound like the way he talks about the product, how simple it is, the 3 things like that. Okay. Kelly, can you get that up there? Oh, she did. Just a second too late, sorry. So you guys see the number that Kelly just put up there? Put that into your phone. And my phone, it's Thrive 24-hour recorded call. It's also easy for me to text people. You also need to know the people that you're sharing with and the best way to reach them, right? So based on age, I find certain age groups like text message, certain age groups like Facebook message, certain age groups like to get on the phone with you, right? You have to know that. I also find that men, when I was reaching out to men, they really loved this CEO call. Why? Because they heard the voice of the CEO and they were like, man, I've been in my company for 30 years and I've only met the CEO once. I'm like, oh, really? I get to talk to ours all the time. He's amazing. He does calls all the time for us. He's helped me with my personal development. He's amazing. So they just really seem to like it. So just remember that. You can share that call with anybody as well. But I'm going to tell you this. The most important thing that you can do is get people on 3-way messages with your leaders. Okay, and get to know some of your leaders, right? Like, let's say, for example, Abby's on here, and Abby joined the business with Kelly. Okay, so Abby knows Kelly's story, right? But we got to make sure she knows some other people's story in case Kelly's not available or she doesn't feel like the person's going to relate with Kelly's story, right? So then Kelly can, or Abby can also know my story, Amber's story. She has lots of people that are here to help her. So make sure that you guys are connecting your people with your leaders and that you're learning their stories. Right? Oh my gosh, look, Abby wrote, Andy Roderick lives down the street from me and I'm about to go knock on his door and say, hey bro, I'm a Thriver too. He has an amazing Thrive experience story. Abby, that's so cool. You totally should. I totally dare you to do it. Or like walk up and be like this with like your arm with your Thrive patch. But that's so cool because there are so many celebrities, athletes, and people on the Thrive experience. I don't know if you guys just saw, but there was some country singer, Kelly probably knows who he is, some country singer just showed up at a local in Texas this week. He is on tour with, is it Toby Keith? I can't even remember who he's on tour with. It's not Kane Brown, I know that. It's somebody else, but he's on tour with somebody and he came because he's a Thriver. So we don't pay any endorsements. Like we don't pay celebrities or athletes to say that they're on the Thrive experience. Metallica's on the Thrive experience. Like we don't pay these people to do that. And I love that about our company, right? They're like, hey, you want it? You order it. You could share it, but you know, they're not going to pay people for doing it. Okay. So I feel like I hit all the main points that I want to hit today. There's one last thing I want to share with you guys is make sure that you are connected with your leaders and check out the vault. There is so much information in the vault. The link for that is www.wethrivevault.com. It's basically a Google Drive, guys. It has all kinds of amazing stuff on there, but there's one part in particular that says start here or getting started. Click that and start looking at some of that stuff, but don't overwhelm yourself and be consumed for hours looking at stuff. Get into messages. Make your goal today to be to write that list of 99, read and watch 5 stories, and reach out to 10 people minimum today. When I first started in the very beginning, I needed that bonus, right? I told you guys I needed to paint my house and get some school supplies. And I also felt like I needed to show that I could earn this bonus to show other people that they could earn it too. And so when I was doing that, I was reaching out to 20 or 30 a day. Some people were, this is what happened. Some people responded, some people ignored, some people didn't answer at all. Wait a minute. Some people responded, some people ignored, some people messaged me back like, no, thank you, or I don't really know what you're talking about, or is this even you? I remember I got a lot of people who were like, is this you, Blair, or did somebody take over your account? Like, because they just didn't know what I was talking about, right? That really wasn't normally my language. So keep it simple, reach out. Hey, there's something I want to share with you. Are you free today? What time can you talk? Hey, there's something I want to share with you because I know you would absolutely love it too. Have you heard of the Thrive Experience yet? Right? Get out there and start putting yourself out there. The more people you talk to, it's a funnel. The more people you talk to, the better results you're going to get. Right? Okay, so I'm going to stop now. It's 9 o'clock. If anybody has any questions, you can unmute yourself and feel free to ask me anything, or you can put it on the chat if you're not comfortable asking.
Hey, Blair.
Hi, Abby.
Hi. I have a lady that has a dairy allergy. I know it's gluten-free, but
Yeah.
I know it's very concentrated. But if she is lactose intolerant and everything.
So lactose intolerant and allergic to dairy are 2 different things. Do you know which one?
She has a little bit of, it's a crossover. So yeah, she's
okay.
under case.
So put her in a 3-way message with me because I'm lactose intolerant. I never could eat cheese or drink milk or eat ice cream. Oh my gosh, if I had frozen yogurt, my stomach would hurt for days. And I just felt like I was never going to have, I used to like pop those little like Beano pills before I would eat something if I wanted. Yeah. Literally within like 4 weeks of being on Thrive, I can eat anything I want now. My stomach never gets hurt. And I can even drink a glass of milk and my stomach would not hurt. It's unbelievable. So all of that lactose stuff is actually
she ordered everything, but she's not going to do the mix because she has some shakes. But is the mix okay?
The mix is 100% what she needs.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually what she needs the most. So I can talk about that with her because that's the part I was scared of because it does have whey, and usually whey rips my stomach up. But it is so important that she does all 3 because that's what's really going to change her stomach lining.
Okay, I will. I will connect with you then.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Great question. You guys, Abby's going to be sharing on Monday night. So here's another great tip for you guys is remember every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, you might not know this yet, but on this exact same link, www.unitedwethrivezoom.com, we host a virtual living room local, which means we invite different people to share their Thrive Experience stories and tell you what is the Thrive Experience, how you can thrive for free, and a little bit about the business. So it's perfect for potential customers, potential promoters. And this Monday, we're doing all medical professionals. So we have Abby sharing, who used to be in pharma. We have Gail Burns sharing, who's in medical staff. We have another lady sharing, Carrie, who is a traveling nurse trainer. She trains nurses in like walk-in clinics. She's going to be sharing. So it'll be a great one, especially if you know anybody in the medical staff. But even if they're not, like I feel like anything in the medical staff makes people feel like it's validated, right? So it'll be a great one for you guys to invite people to. Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Anybody else have any questions for me? All right, guys. Well, have a great Saturday. Make it a great Saturday for others. And for those of you that are current promoters, not in your VIP, I'm going to challenge you to make a list of 99 today as well. Read 5 stories or listen to 5 stories and reach out to at least 10 people. So let's see what happens when you do that, right? All right, guys.
Claire, I got one question.
Oh, yes. Who is it? Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Hi.
So my question is, I talked to about their initial, I guess, concern or their initial thing is that they think it's all what is that? Not just a scam. You know what when they talk about like a scam,
Like a pyramid
like
scheme?
a pyramid scam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you act like you're the person? What did they say to you? Like, just kind of give me the verbiage.
They basically have said to me, it's a pyramid scheme.
Okay. So I'd say, so if helping people feel their best and make money while doing it is a pyramid scheme, I guess I'm in a pyramid scheme.
Because I guess they're trying to discredit the whole business part of it.
Right. So I usually make that comment that I just made. If it's somebody I truly do care about, I will usually ask them. I learned this from Eric Worre in GoPro, How to Become a Network Marketing Professional. Great book. He says that he just asked them this question. He'll say, wow, sounds like you or somebody you know got scammed once. Why don't you tell me about it? So then what will happen is they'll tell you their story. And generally, like, this is the number one story I hear. My mom spent $2,000 on Mary Kay and never made a dime. That's the number one I hear all the time. It's always $2,000. I go, wow, that is horrible. And that is probably why people think this is a scam or a pyramid scheme. But the reality is with our company, this is the new wave of cloud-based businesses. It's zero to be a part of it. There's no yearly fee, no website fee, no stocking of inventory. People go directly to my website. They order and the product gets shipped out directly to them. It's like going to Amazon or Gap.com or anything else. And just like the influencers all over Instagram, I earn a percentage when people order. Like, I put it in like today's terms, right? Like today's terms, if you click a link from somebody on Instagram, they earn a profit off of whatever you just bought.
Right.
So just put it in today's terms.
I mean, it's my best friend specifically, who I've known for 30-something years, and she doesn't even have any kind of experience with any kind of pyramid schemes. It's just, and I don't know if it's just her mindset. So when I've tried to talk to her about
somebody like that, I would say, hey, I feel like you're really resistant against what I'm doing. Would you be open to getting on the phone with me and somebody who's been in this business for 5 years and just hearing a little bit more, just so you could be supportive of me? I'm not asking you to join me in the business. I just want you to understand it.
Right. Okay. That's not a bad idea. That's actually a great idea.
Right. Do you know how many husbands I've talked to, guys? Because the same thing, like, and I get it. Like, I totally get it. And until you start bringing in the money, they are going to be resistant, whether it's your husband, your best friend, your mom, your dad, whatever. They are going to see it as a scheme, because I would say 90% of people that join network marketing never make a dime. But that's not because of the company. That's because they're not doing the work, and they're not, out there talking to people. They've talked to 20, 30 people, and they felt like nobody wanted to join them, so they quit on themselves, right? But the reality is that once you start making money and having success in this business, it's not a pyramid scheme. 80% of women who make 6 figures a year in the United States make it in network marketing direct sales. 80% of 6-figure earners of women are in network marketing direct sales, guys. That's huge. So it's not a scam, but I can see why people feel that way, because my husband and I spent a couple $1,000s on Mona V when we first got married, because we went to some presentation and it sounded so good, right? And we never sold one bottle, not even one bottle. So I can see why my parents were a little skeptical when I wanted to join this business. Now they support me very, very well. All right, guys, anybody else have anything, a question or anything they want to share? All right. Awesome, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye.